Hello again everyone, and welcome to a new tutorial in which I will actually be using a weaving plate to create the woven effect, not on my blank card but as a background, separate piece of card, separate sort of effect that I will then bring into my blank card. So this is a 5 size card, and I already pre-die cut my strips, which of course, as always, make sure they are nicely separated because you are die cutting them quite tightly. And of course then I'm going to be trimming them and doing a little bit of a weaving. Okay, I have all my strips done, so on to our weaving. One thing I know, that I want my weaving effect to be the length of my A5 blank card. So of course these strips are perfect for that, and of course I will then figure out how many I need as my lovely border, and then we can start weaving across. So I think 4 will be fine, however I think you could quite easily use 3 as well. So let's start with 4. As you can see right now, I have something that is not tight but not loose, and definitely is a little bit messy. So when you've got something like this, you can make a decision whether your effect is going to be straight, or perhaps whether you want to tilt things, and the background that you're aiming for will be tilted. So entirely up to you. Okay, there you go, so you can see the effect now. So I'm going to go for the straight option for the moment. We have more video tutorials to come, so of course let's do the straight version first. Lovely. As you can see, I've been using the full length of my strip, and of course in some cases you don't have to do that. So you could actually get away with a strip as long as this. Right, so if you think about your waist slightly here or there, we can quite easily trim some of our strips and add a shorter strip here. However, these little ones we can still use for something else. Right, so I'm just going to add one more here. There you go, nice and tight. And we're going to start trimming all of our strips. Now, I don't want, for my background, I don't want to be a really straight edge. Okay, so I want my border, if we are going to call it that way, I want my border to be slightly skew with all these ends to be different length. Right, okay. So I have my background, and if I show you what it looks like on my base card now, you could choose which side of the border you're going to have on the outside or inside. So this side of my strips is a little bit longer, so if I wanted it more inside of my card, then obviously I can have that, and that's exactly what I will have. As for the longer strips, we already have a center with a stitched effect, so we can actually give ourselves a little cut to the center, so we have a little tag effect. And in fact, we could do just that with every strip we have. So now I'm happy with that, and I can secure my tops from the back. You could use just a double-sided tape, or you could just apply a piece of card if you wanted to. So we're going to come back to this in a moment. In the meantime, I will put together another smaller background for you so you can see the options, and really you could use every single bit of scrap if you wanted to. Fabulous. Now we have 3 backgrounds, and of course let's not forget that all 3 of them come from the same number of strips. So as you can see, we don't have to waste anything. Right, so at this point what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the pegs. This is all nice and secure. Now, as you can see, it looks beautiful anyway, but I want to add some color to my background. So I will be inking up with this beautiful color, I think. I hope you watched my video tutorial where I've created 30 different flowers. Now these flowers come from that video tutorial and they obviously different, all 30 of them. When I look at my flowers, I am seeing a little bit of brown here, not only in my cardstock, which is the solid toffee cardstock, but also the centers of my flowers, which I've already pre-made earlier. So going back to my background, I know that I definitely have to choose a little bit of brown colored ink pad and bring it into my background. Oh, they look lovely. But I could do with adding a colour to the tips of my flowers. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. For the 2 small little backgrounds here, if you're watching this video right at the end, I will show you obviously different effect, well, different color really. But for now, let's put this card together. I've got my blank card, I've got my background, and with this background, what I'm going to do is literally use some PVA glue. So a little bit of natural fiber. My flowers are ready. I also have some leaves from our and I've got my sprigs here die cut in the Blissful Crackle cardstock, but also inked up a little bit as well. So first the flower, and this is my largest one. And now my beautiful scalloped 3-layered. Right. Right, so my flower arrangement is rather tight. Okay, and now we're just going to bring some sprigs into the mix. So I want my arrangement to be really super tight, and basically I've got the smaller twigs here. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually, by lifting some of my petals from the back to the front, I will be attaching, okay, my smaller twigs to the actual petals. So they do literally come out from the center, just like so. Okay. I hope you can see that actually creates a really nice sort of effect. Okay, so we've got 3 of them. So I have my happy birthday wreath, which I've separated in one place, and I will be bringing these two ends of my wreath into the actual flower. As I'm seeing this flower as my main flower. So there you go. Let's secure it just like that. We can actually bring the glue into the ends later on, but for now, this is exactly where my message is going to go. So now I'm going to use some of the leaves. Okay, so my leaves are done, and now onto my sprigs. I'm separating them. And with this one, I'm actually going to secure my happy birthday just here. There you go. I know that this one is a little bit loose, so we can come back to that. And my final sprig. Right, so I'm almost there, but when I'm spinning my card around, I am seeing a few little places where I could add another flower to it. And of course, we can add another flower, or we can just simply add a beautiful 3D poinsettia stamen. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. This will be perfect. I've got this beautiful center, and that shows me that this is a flower. I've got that little gap that I was talking about in there. Oh, that looks beautiful. And we're going to place one more. I don't have another gap anywhere, but I definitely have to place one more to make sure that obviously everything is beautifully matching. I'm going to make sure I'm going to place it just here. And all I'm doing is literally bending my stamen. There you go. And here I am. Okay, so one of the things that I will add to my creation is this lovely ribbon. However, this is all I have. So considering how wide this strip is, it's not going to be enough for me to achieve a nice sort of bow. So I have to think of something else, and something else is literally very simple. With these 3 strips, what I can do, I can actually glue them together, make sure they're straight. So these 3 beautiful loops, okay, almost from a leftover ribbon, gonna actually be a part of my background. And I'm gonna actually bring my longest one into here. That is fabulous. I hope you agree with me. And now I will add some sparkles. And voila, my card is done. And now, as promised, let's do some inking up on a smaller woven backgrounds. So let's just show you a few different colors. Oh, I love the blue, so I'm just going to go for the blue. And of course, I've got this lovely candied apple here, so we can mix these two together. They will definitely give us a nice, happy option. Right, so this little background is done. And now on to this one. There you go. So this is a very quick demo on well, leftovers. So there you go. So let me show you each one of them on the blank piece of card, and there you go. So this is the red. Obviously I have an A4 piece of card here, so almost my background is disappearing, but I hope you get the idea. Now if we just brought a little flower, the scallop flower, to the mix here, you could see that this off center of our arrangement, this actually is a really nice effect, everything. So the same thing with the blue, right, exactly the same, and we can place it that way because it's slightly skew with. In this case I actually do have a blue flower, so we can add a blue flower to it as well if we wanted to. And yes, well, that's what I wanted to show you in this tutorial. Not only you could use this fabulous weaving plate on the blank cards, but obviously on every cardstock, white, patterned, it doesn't matter, but you can use the waste as well. So don't waste anything. Use the waste to create a beautiful background. So there you go. Everyone, thank you very much for watching my tutorial. I hope you liked it and found it inspiring. I will see you in a little while, and until then, okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Watch our next tutorial to see the blue woven topper used in a creation.